Hey, leaders, excited to be with each of you this Sunday, January 26th for youth group. We're going to be entering our third week in our series on how to read the Bible, watching some Bible Project videos and discussing from there. Last week, we looked at the story of the Bible, the sort of one story that encompasses the entire Bible. And this week, we're going to be looking at the various literary styles that are in the Bible. We'll be looking at the narrative, poetry, and prose or discourse. Of course, each of these three major styles in the Bible have substyles. So, for example, there's parables that are also narratives, and that takes on a slightly different form. But for the sake of our conversation, we'll really be looking at those big three, and how understanding that the Bible is made up of those three components helps to shape how to read the Bible as an informed reader, and allows us to take away deeper insights. So, for example, and then also I'll just add too that not every Bible is made up of one, or not every book of the Bible is made up of one literary style. So, for example, in Genesis, the book of Genesis, you have a lot of narrative in Genesis, but you also have some poetry in Genesis. And when you read Genesis 1 as poetry, you're actually going to get different insights out of the text than if you just read it as straight narrative. And so helping our teenagers see that, understand that, and be able to look for that makes them better readers of the Bible. This week, the Bible Project, for whatever reason, didn't have the study guide with the questions, so I just went ahead and wrote all of the questions and put in some additional questions in there to help guide your conversations for this week. This week, we will also be answering the questions that our teenagers have about the Bible. I am going to be gone next Sunday, so February 2nd, I believe it is. So youth group will still happen. I just will not be a part of it. I'm going to be out of town for a wedding. Didn't realize that initially. And so we're just answering those questions this week. I've included those questions in the email. Most of the questions aren't very hard hitters. Janae is going to be helping me out answering those questions. A lot of them are less about the Bible and more speculative questions or things that our teenagers are just interested in. And I'm going to do my best to address some of those questions thoughtfully, maybe give my opinion where I feel like it could be beneficial, and leave our imaginations to wonder where it's not beneficial. And if we have time, I will most likely open it up to further questions if these questions help to stoke their imagination. So that's the plan for this week. I'm going to do my best to come up with a game or object lesson that ties in to what we're doing here, and we'll play another fun game as well. Upcoming events that you all should be aware of is Winter Retreat, February 14th through the 17th, The Anxious Generation, February 23rd through March 9th. So youth group's going to look really different for those 3 weeks, but my hope is, and expectation, although I don't like that word, is that you all will be a part of that with our teenagers and with our church. And then another event upcoming April 5th, so quite a ways out, is going to be an event we're doing called Van Hunt. It's going to be a mega scavenger hunt across the city of Littleton, and I will need drivers for that. So please let me know if you're going to be participating in that. Here's as I think about small groups, time, discussion, I would really help your teenagers to make the connection between like the stories they read that are outside of the Bible. So if they're really into narrative, if they're really into poetry or discourse, and help them to make those connections to reading the Bible. I personally find that seeing the Bible through these various different literary lenses makes the Bible more exciting to read. It helps to clarify things for me. And so hopefully it can do that for your teenagers as well. All right. Well, with that, super excited to be with you all this Sunday. God bless you.